So if you weren't here last Monday, we explored the chromatic dragons and differentiated them a bit. We made them feel like they had evolved in different environments with the sort of one constant of their dragons, so they are a mixture of beast and human intelligence. So they have weird goals, they have weird needs, but they essentially evolved in different areas. So this is the green dragon, evolved in a sort of foresty area, so we took it in a frog sort of direction. Instead of a breath weapon, they have poison pods on their body, like sort of like full of spores that explode. I'm thinking it's like, I'm thinking it might be just like a sleep powder, and then you get like fungal dragon. Yeah, there's definitely a fungal element here. I'm thinking it's like probably like a sleep powder that then takes you into a scenario where, like, okay, you've been captured, now you're back in the dragon's lair, kind of thing. Like, I think this is a dragon that drags you back to their lair, and then, you know, eats you or whatever it does. Or maybe it's weirder than that. Like, who knows? Well, right? I like the idea, and maybe this is like, maybe I'm ripping off World of Warcraft a little bit now, or like the sort of Genera Blizzard thing, but like the green dragons are all like tied to like the Emerald Dream, and they're all like sleeping, and there's like dragon dream stuff. I like the idea of like dragon dreams though. Maybe the like that dream powder like puts you in like a dream dungeon or something like that. Maybe that's like, and like maybe then you get dragged back to the dragon's lair. And maybe there's like a Freddy Krueger thing that's going on where like the dragon is also like in the dream, but like maybe it's the human form of the dragon, and it's like a weird, maybe you just like, that's how you run all of Castle Amber. Maybe the green dragon is just like a lot like the gold dragon, but does everything sort of different. And then yeah, you've got people that are harvesting the like that like know how to like get in there and out, get the powder, and then they sell it in the city, and it's just like people are like maybe creating like alternate like dragon dream realities that they're in charge of, with like some, you know, interesting alchemy work. But for right now, we're gonna nail down the pencils here. Did we determine maybe we would try antlers? We can try it. I don't know if it'll work. Yeah, no, that looks like Christmas. Shut it down. Coral antlers for the sea dragon. Thank you. Yes, that's what we came up with. And by we, I mean, I think it was you. So we've got all the sort of like toad, psychedelics. Brainstorming is a team effort. You're right. I mean, that's why I do this on stream. It's one of the reasons I do it on stream. It gives us, it gives me ideas. Gives me like somebody to talk to while I'm drawing. Are you saying that my voice is like a big tuna sub? I mean, I dig a tuna sub. I don't really get it. It's okay. There's a lot of thirst happening here. And don't call my chat dummies or I'll ban you. Fungally symbiotic dragons bring fungal druids who will guide your trip. Ooh, yeah. I mean, that is really leaning into sort of like a Blizzard direction, because it was sort of like that's like where Malfurion Stormrage was for a long time. He was like trapped in the Emerald Dream. I mean, I kind of don't mind ripping off Blizzard a little bit. That's literally what they do. Warcraft started as basically just like a Warhammer like copy paste. No idea, never played WoW. Well, there you go. I mean, it's not the most sort of like not an obvious direction, but like a understandable direction, right? Should we play around with maybe like trying to elongate the nose so we don't lose too much dragony kind of? That looks dumb. I do like the idea that like maybe the cultists are all like there's almost like a VR element here, right? It's just like people that are like more comfortable living in like another world. Like if you're a dragon, like a green dragon cultist, there were things about living in reality that you weren't all about. Yeah, the black ink is a different layer than the blue ink. The blue ink is like, doesn't have to be blue. Yeah, digital drawing, at least the way that I do it, I just sort of mimic like comic book style drawing. So like you do your first layer, which is really rough, and then you like sort of like are constantly, every layer is sort of figuring out the like tightening it up. What if the only way to reliably track this dragon is to go on a drug trip and take these substances allow you to see the dragon in super bright ultraviolet? That could be a cool idea. I think also like you can either go that way or you go since we've sort of nailed down that the it's sort of like a dream based thing that the poison does, like maybe it's like you have to actually have like build like a mask out of like, you know, various elements, one element possibly being like the dragon's like a membrane or something like that. Sure, you can track it the old-fashioned way, but the easy way is to trip balls and look for the rainbow polka dot dragon. We could also tie in like other creatures to that too, right? Like maybe there are other creatures that are really easy to find, or that are like Buff the Magic Green Dragon, or like creatures that like exist maybe both inside and outside of like dreams, so you get like a little bit of both going on there. Hold on, I gotta get a little sweatshirt. I am getting chilly. You know, it was so warm yesterday. So warm. And I sat next to this window, and I had it open. The breeze came through. It was so nice. And now it's fucking freezing again. Jesus. Maybe the mask you have to make is to confront some shortcomings the character has. Oh. It's called Dragon Therapy. I think that's cool. I like the idea of like a mask that protects you from the poison, but it's not like a breathing apparatus. It's like a kabuki mask or something. I think that could be really cool. Not to get too Bulbasaur-y with this thing, but I'm approaching this the wrong way. I gotta draw the actual silhouette first and then add these nodules. Do I like this? We'll leave it for now. Whoa, the entirety of Kitchen Nightmares. That's a lot of times hearing Gordon Ramsay scream the word donkey. Do you want me to find some Toad pics for reference? No, that's okay. I don't bother doing references on stream. If there's stuff like that, I look for it later. I spend a lot of time just like trolling like Pinterest and stuff a lot of times after streams if there's stuff that I'm trying to figure out. If I had like a 2 monitor setup maybe, but I have to do everything on screen, so. One of the neighbors in the next building is out with their little rat dogs. Yipping at the UPS guy. I hate little rat dogs. Some cool nature art on the NYPL digital collections that I've been digging. Oh yeah, I love big library collections. I've been doing all the art I used for the Undergarden came from the British British library Flickr that just like has so much stuff. Hey Lefan, how you doing? How you doing today? Hey, what is weight painting? Oh yeah. We're chonking it up here. I think these clusters should happen in like they should be more like clusters. Is that like literally like distributing weight like across like a framework? Putting the influence of every bone to the mesh onto the 3D model. Wow. It's, you know, Judd, like how you were talking about just like I'm trying to figure out like sort of the process here. It's just like that's how I feel about 3D modeling. Like I have no idea like how it actually happens. I hate weight painting. All right. Part of rigging. Interesting. Because the influence you could be painting on could be 100% or something between 0 and 100. My partner went to school for 3D animation and consistently said rigging was one of the worst things. It influences really weirdly than rotoscoping. Rotoscoping I've done. And yeah, it's time intensive. That's a lot of lightsaber. Thank you. Yes, gotta have that slime. We can push this a little bit farther. Gotta get a little movement in there, you know? This is definitely looking better. I think the horns were a really good addition. Proportions on that tail are kind of weird, aren't they? Yeah, it's got a real jumping frog sort of bod going on. And actually, I might end up redrawing it because, like, I think trying to lean in a little bit more to that would be good. Like, we gotta get these legs and arms more in position. Listen to the soundtrack of the anime Beastars as a treat. Interesting. Never heard of it. It is a very, very new. Well, that is why I have not heard of it. Yeah, we got a little bit of motion in there now. I'm feeling this a lot more. Mushroom hunting in warm weather. Yeah. Good isolation style activities. It's a Netflix original, actually made with 3D animation in the style of a 2D anime. Interesting. That can go either way for me. I a lot of times I don't like the art style that the 3D stuff does. I didn't mind Dragon Prince, although it was right on the edge for me in terms of just like art style. Like the story in that is amazing, and like they did so much good world building, and like the actual design of things was super cool. But like I wasn't totally sold on the animation. And they did that weird sort of I know they fixed it in the later seasons, but the first season had that sort of weird frame rate thing. Like frame amount. Oh, the neighbors are singing. Think you'll like Beastars art style? Cool. Link it in the Discord. If you get a chance. I'm much more likely to remember and see it. I really like when the neighbors sing because it makes me feel less bad about all the singing that I end up doing in the apartment. It is about I don't mind that. I like that. I would not categorize myself as a furry, but I do like anthropomorphic stuff. I guess the categorization I'm using there is like I am not turned on by animal stuff. But I do think a lot of it looks cool. I'm not a big fan of like the sort of mascot furry style, but like I don't know, I grew up reading Redwall and watching the Disney Robin Hood and all this stuff, you know. Well, this is the thing. It's just like I think we as a society we have like a real problem now where it's just like anytime you find out about somebody's like fetish or something, like anything marginally adjacent to that like must be catering to that now, and it's just like I mean you can still just like animal characters. That's been happening literally since the dawn of time. Like, it doesn't mean you want to fuck them. Fucking relax, everybody. Here's the thing. When I say mascot, I don't mean, because like the Animal Crossing animals are very cartoony, and I like the way that they look, but they're like, there's like a different kind of, there's like that one furry artist that like defined the style like way back. I don't know. Oh, I know what you mean there. Yeah. I don't know what the name of that artist is, but like they for some reason it felt like that's the art style, right? It's like the official like furry art style. So the attack pattern of this thing is that it jumps in, it breathes, and it jumps out. By breathes, I mean it just like sort of swells up. It like puffs itself up like a toad, and that makes all of the pods like burst out their stuff, and then it jumps away, which is airtight, and I actually cannot think of a way to defend against it right now. Besides having like gas masks, or if we've determined that it's like a magical dust, then like, you know, protective masks of some kind, like kabuki. I like the idea of it being like you have to go like hunting these things in kabuki masks. I think that's fucking rad. Is there the usual toad monster danger of being swallowed whole? Ooh, halflings and gnomes better watch out. Here's the thing. Here's what happens. Okay? Here's what happens. Since this is a capture thing, because it feeds off of your dreams or whatever. You get sleeping gassed, and then it eats you, but it doesn't like swallow. It just like carries you back to its lair, and then just like sort of, and so its lair is just like full of sleeping people. They all got wet. This is a dragon. Yeah, this is green dragon. I should, for the sake of people just getting into the stream. Oh, thank you. Comatose Dragon Slime sends you off to sleepy time. I like it. Here's the question that I have now. We've got this whole thing with the dust, and it jumps, and it does all this stuff. Does it need the sticky tail? I think we're putting a hat on a hat here. If it was sticky stuff, it would be all about sticky stuff. But it's not really. A fan-like tail to spread the gas. Oh my god. Oh, a fan Berto, man. One of these days we got to make a book together, because that was a solid gold idea right there. And also it totally fleshes this design out. It needed one more thing, but it needed a thing that made sense, you know? You can swim through lake. Yeah, I mean, I think giving it like a sort of mild like aquatic. I think also the way that it works is it like, I think the tail is like a fan, and it like closes up. Yeah. Yep. Folding fanboy. We got it. We just got to figure out how to actually draw that. Because here's what it'll look like when it's closed. What am I doing this for again? I'm making a book. I'm making a bestiary. We determined at the beginning of the stream through some brainstorming that it should be like biome based. And then that way you can have various that's what that looks like. Okay, let's you can have various sort of like a webbed foot almost. We can have sort of like creatures and like non-creature, like humanoids and everything in like the same books. And it can be all sort of based in a particular area. Obviously, we tie this in to the rest of the Patreon. This is where we have like, you know, in the what is it, the like the haunted woods and everything that has all that sort of stuff. Like, this is comprehensive, right? We're building a world, so we're gonna use everything that we've got already. We've got lots of art. We've got lots of characters. Those characters can pop up in the books. And that, you know, that gets us where we need to be. Come on down by Scully's Sensual Creatures. You want flying dragons? We got them. You want chunky dragons? We got them. You want scare dragons? Well, what do you know? We got them. I don't want to describe these creatures as sensual, though. I think that attracts the wrong audience. At least for what I'm doing. Maybe not. I don't know. You see, they seem pretty sensual to me. Oh, maybe you're right. He has those bedroom eyes. Bedroom frog eyes. I'm a bard hard an opponent. I didn't even know it. Look at you. His Druid Knight follower should totally have a fan. Yes. Oh my god. So you have like a no mask, and you have the fan and everything, and that way, so it's like fighting with like poison dust that you're blowing on people, and yeah, they've got the mask, so they're protected from it because it's like a magical powder. Yeah. I don't know why, but I could imagine you on stage pretty well, just out of context. I do that. Well, I used to when there were stages to occupy. Now it's just living rooms with green scale backgrounds for Zoom or Twitch. Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing. I think maybe a couple of horns on the arms. Just to like, I don't know, maybe that's too much. We'll see. I like them being like sort of spiky and lumpy. Because, right, like once they, like in the Dream Kingdom, I'm imagining that the dragons themselves, like, so like gold dragons can just like walk amongst humans and like look like humans if they want, right? Green dragons can't do that. But when they're like in like the Dream Kingdom, like of course they can. And like maybe that's like where this all is coming from. Like they want to be like gold dragons. They want to be like lording over like people, because gold dragons always find themselves in positions of power because they're like dragon smart, basically created like a dream kingdom that they could rule over people in, which is I think a good kind of like evil for dragons to have. Like it's like sort of petty but like powerful, like a powerful take on pettiness. Oh yeah, all the dragons are sentient. That's I think that's what makes dragons cool. Like I think it's a combination of beast and human intelligence. I spent a lot of time thinking about this, and I think you have the best of both worlds. Yeah, dream hordes. Yeah, this is the thing, is they take people's dreams and like incorporate it into their like dream palaces, right? So they like manifest everybody's like, you know, hopes and dreams, but like they basically like steal your hopes and dreams while you're like basically make you like a serf in their crazy dream kingdom. Like that's evil. Just one drawer in the dream palace that we all know what it holds. The dragon's social security card, of course. I love it.